You may have missed it. Jeff Saturday gets his first win as an NFL head coach. And I will say this. Was it a slap in the face for the Colts to make him the head coach? I believe it was. But I feel like at this point, people have to suck it up and get over it. It's already done.
That's a fact.
People are so annoying with this fake being pretentious about Jeff Saturday. They're trying to show these ethics they have and high morals of, where they stand in society. I feel like most of it is virtue signaling. Jeff Saturday is the head coach now. All right. It may not have been the smartest decision, the best decision, but get over it. Like, it might have been a travesty to head coaches, but it is what it is. It happened. And although he's not a coach, it's not like they hired a random guy. He is a Hall of Famer. He's a Pro Bowl center. He has played with a bunch of great players. He's been to Super Bowls. He's won them. I mean, at this point, you just got to let it go. Now, am I going to credit Jeff Saturday for this win? Not entirely. I think he has a part in it because I think the Colts now, they're spirited. You can see it in how they play.
And making Matt Ryan the head.
Yes, that was, and that's what I want to get to. While I may have not agreed with the Jeff Saturday hiring all the way, man, is he smart. He's a genius. And the reason why he's a genius is because he saw the Colts and said, the only way we're going to win is by getting Matt Ryan back as a starting quarterback. Because he was benched. To bench a guy like that is a travesty. It's really sickening. Jim Irsay, I think, actually benched Matt Ryan because he knew Sam Ehlinger would lose games, and then it would be much easier to fire Frank Reich. Because with Matt Ryan, they would have kept winning. They would have been afloat. In 8 starts this season, Matt Ryan has 5 fourth-quarter comebacks and 4 game-winning drives. Let's cut the crap about Matt Ryan about how he's not clutch. There's a reason why they call him Matty Ice. Yo. He had this 34-yard run.
Oh my God. 39.
He's 37. I thought he was 27. 39-yard run. I thought he was 27 years old the way he was moving. He's always had this in him, though. And
at what?
Entering that day,
dog.
He's always been that. Entering Sunday, 6 of the last 7 coaches had lost their team debut. The only one in the last 45 years to win was Jim Caldwell in 2009, and now Jeff Saturday. Matt Ryan completed 75% of his passes, 222 yards, 1 touchdown, 109 passer rating. The first time ever this season where the passing offense has been balanced with the rushing offense, and I wouldn't even say balanced. I think the running game was better than the passing game, and you see how much more open this offense became. And shout out to Parks Frazier, first time being an OC, he called a tremendous game. JT, 147 yards, 1 touchdown, bounce back game for him.
First touchdown since week 1. Jonathan Taylor.
When Matt Ryan was benched, the first thing I said was, this is a desperate move. It's desperate. They're either trying to tank or they're trying to get Frank Reich fired. You don't have a better chance to win when Sam Ehlinger is here. I am glad that Jeff Saturday came in, started Matt Ryan, and is actually trying to win games, because him starting Matt Ryan shows he's trying to win. As simple as that. And I couldn't be happier for Matt Ryan. Colts agenda, it's on crutches, but
they're winning the division?
There's a chance.
Are they winning the division?
There's a chance.
The Titans got the division, in my opinion, on lock.
And even, listen.
4-5-1, Titans are 6-3. Damn.
Yeah.
They're pretty comfortable.
Titans have a win over them, right?
Yes.
2.
Yeah. Okay.
Beat the shit out of them.
It might be.
The Titans are facing the Packers, Bengals, Eagles, Jags, Chargers, Texans, Cowboys, and Jags 10 this season.
I thought, what's the new play caller's name?
Parks Frazier.
He called a good game, and they got JT involved early. At the end of the first quarter, or midway through the second, I think he had 13 attempts.
Yep.
Since this is his most yards, most attempts, and like you said, Drew, first touchdown since week 1. If this team wanted to succeed, it was always going to be on the back of JT, with Matt Ryan playing good company football, completing passes, not turning the ball over. And JT finally looked like his regular 2021 self. He's been dealing with a sprained ankle earlier in the year. He aggravated it a couple weeks ago. I even think they said he could have played last week, but wanted to sit out and give it an extra week. And it was funny. We were watching the game, and we were talking. Me and Drew were like, literally the play before, we're like, he just doesn't have the same explosiveness. He doesn't have the same burst. And the literally 4 seconds later, he hits the 66-yard touchdown, outruns the safety, and I was like, he's back. We've got to start screaming. It was tremendous. It was great seeing it.
There's a brand new fantasy app. It's called Boom Fantasy. You got over-unders, player props. You got matchups. This player versus that player. That's personally my favorite. And long shots. You can win 40 times your money. And if I'm not mistaken, Joel, NBA is coming soon.
Yes, sir. NBA will be in the app in the next 10 days or so. I believe opening night is October 19th, so we'll have stuff up a few days beforehand. That's going to be fun because we have it every night. You don't have to wait till Monday, Thursday.
Did you get your code? For the League Pass?
I did get my code for League Pass.
I got my code too.
Yep, that's amazing.
That's from 2K, right?
Yes.
That's tough.
Amazing.
That's fire.
So if you guys haven't already, download the Boom Fantasy app right now. Link is in our description or in the caption wherever you're watching.
You may have missed it, a little bit of JT, but your guy, Christian Watson, 3-touchdown game. I think he had 3 receptions, 3 touchdowns, 100 yards.
You didn't mention Paris Campbell.
I'm sorry, I missed that. How many yards do you have?
73.
Calm, very calm. Christian Watson, we've been waiting for this. Week 1, stands out where he had the absolute dime right here for a touchdown. He dropped it. He's come back all the way from that, and it looks like Rodgers is finally starting to build some connection. This is a guy they trade up for, top of the second round, someone from North Dakota State who had a lot of question marks coming from a run-first offense, played with Trey Lance, but even still was still a run-first offense even when Trey Lance was with them a couple seasons ago. And he came in and he was sensational this week. He's been battling injuries. I think it's been a hammy for most of the season. But this is what they drafted him for. He's an explosive player. He's big. He's fast. He get down the field. He probably should have had another touchdown, but while he was running to get it, he looked back at Rodgers instead of looking for the ball, and it was just like a step in front of him.
Slowed up a bit, yeah.
But if he would have ran the whole way, he would have had 4 touchdowns probably for 140 yards, right? He had a sensational game. And listen, I don't think the Packers are Super Bowl contenders or anything like that. But if Christian Watson can, start stepping up, solidify himself as a wide receiver one, Allen Lazard has had a really good, type of season. He might be around that 1,000-yard mark. Aaron Jones had a nice game. So, the Packers have a ways to go for sure. But if they could get Christian Watson to be that wide receiver one for them, everything, is not dead in the mud.
He's going to be a great weapon for Jordan Love.
When Rodgers got hurt, when he got banged up, hurt the wrist, I was like, Jordan Love, is it time?
I was kind of excited.
Yeah, I know.
Come on,
you're
man.
Sick
What
guy.
are you doing?
You're sick guy.
So Paris, before we go, Drew, Paris Campbell, last 3 games where Matt Ryan starts. 5 receptions, 57 yards a touchdown. 10 receptions, 70 yards a touchdown. 7 receptions, 76 yards a touchdown. He's like that. I told you he's a good player, man.
Matter time.
I like Paris Campbell.
So we were talking a little bit about the Colts game before, and my this week in the NFL, or you may have missed it in the NFL, is going to actually be on the opposite side. Derek Carr and his presser after got a little emotional. Started he had to hold back tears because of how angry he was and how disappointed he was with the outcome of the game. He was very vocal about the process of what goes into every week and preparing for a game and what they put their bodies through just to go to bed at night. He was very, very adamant about people's work ethic or the lack thereof of other team members in the locker room. And I respected this from him. One, showing the raw emotion, showing that, one, he's human. And not only does he give off normal human characteristics, but at the same time, he's very passionate about what he's doing, and that's being the quarterback of the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders are in a bad place right now, and they need a leader, and Derek Carr is one of those guys. And I appreciate and I respect, and I can say this as a Bronco fan, and Raiders are by far not one of my more liked teams, but I can acknowledge and respect Derek Carr being very real and very open and honest with his feelings and his emotions of the Raiders need to be better, and we all can acknowledge that and understand that, but he's taking it very personal, and he wants other guys in that locker room to see that and take it personally as well.
That was beautiful.
Thanks, man.
I've grown this new love for the NFL, this very, very beautiful love for the NFL, whereas, in the NBA, I have my multiple 10-15 agendas.
10-15.
It's crazy because might be short selling it.
I think in the NFL, I'm getting that vibe. Cleveland, the Cavaliers, I have my Garland, Mitchell.
Yo, shout out to Garland, man.
Mobley agendas. Yeah,
we literally were just talking about it, too.